Once upon a time, a disciple of a monk was troubled by the habit of speaking too much. Whenever he met someone, after meeting him, he would start giving his thoughts about that person. Whether someone asked him or not, he would give his opinion on almost everything. He had his own positive or negative opinion about almost every student and teacher living in the ashram, which he used to put in front of people without thinking. Whenever another student living in the ashram came to him with his problem, he would start giving advice without listening to him completely. Whatever incomplete knowledge he had, he used to flaunt that knowledge by speaking at the time of gossiping among friends. Because of his antics, none of the students or teachers of the ashram used to take him seriously. Often the students studying with him tried to stay away from him because he used to advise them on everything. No one wanted to make him their friend. Everyone preferred to stay away from him, and often the other students living in the ashram made fun of him because of these habits. That boy also knew that no one liked him because of his habit of talking too much. He also wanted to change his habits, but even if he wanted to, he could not give up the habit of giving his opinion on everything. One day, he went to his teacher and told all his problems to him. The teacher said, "Son, only that person speaks more, who thinks he knows everything. A person who believes that he knows very little and he has much to learn. He never speaks excessively nor gives opinion to anyone without asking. That's why first remove this pride from inside that you know everything." He bowed his head before the teacher. The teacher said, "Son, I cannot eliminate your habit of talking too much in a day. You will have to reduce this habit gradually. But I can definitely tell you on which occasions you should keep calm so that you can save yourself from being unhappy and getting into big trouble." The disciple nodded his head, showing his agreement with the master's words. Master said, "Son, these are the 5 occasions where every human being should keep his mouth shut. First, when you feel that no one can understand your feelings from your words, then you should remain silent. Often, we start telling people our sorrows, our troubles, while most of the people around us have no idea what is going on in our lives. Every person only cares about himself. They only want to talk about themselves. They only want to hear their praise. They don't care about the problems of your life, nor do they want to listen. They might even listen to your sad story once or twice. But after that, they will start running away from you because no one likes to be with someone who is sad and helpless. That's why never tell your problems to any person except some of your close friends and family. Secondly, when you do not know what to say on a particular occasion, or you have only half knowledge about a particular incident, then also on such occasion you should remain silent. The person who talks about that subject even after having half knowledge, he often becomes the butt of joke, and no one ever take such person seriously. Only the person who has deep knowledge about that event or subject can put his point in an effective way. So never try to convince people on the basis of incomplete and scattered information. Third, when a person is talking bad about third person in front of you, in such situation you should remain silent. You should never be a part of such negative conversation, because the person who is talking bad about third person in front of you today, he will talk bad about you in front of someone else tomorrow. So whenever someone bad mouths a third person or makes fun of, all you have to do is just listen to him. Do not put any opinion of yours. If you do not follow this, then problems may arise for you in the future. The master said, fourth one, when someone shouts at you with anger and hatred and try to insult you. Then, in such a situation, you can reduce the anger and hatred of the other person by remaining silent. Also, you can save the situation from getting worse. When you don't respond with anger to an angry person and remain silent at that time, then this thing gets stuck in the mind of that person, and when the anger subsides, he regrets his mistake, and it is more likely that he apologizes to you for his mistake. And if he does not apologize, then he starts feeling guilty inside, and then he will think many times before getting angry and hating on you next time. But you don't have to be silent in every situation. If someone is doing wrong, then you have to answer him, because some people can consider your silence as your weakness. This way of remaining silent during anger is only suitable for family, close relatives, and few close friends, and not for everyone. If you start keeping silent everywhere, people can take undue advantage of your silence. The master further said, Fifth, when a person is sharing with you some sad incident of his life or the trouble of his life, in such situation, you just have to keep quiet and listen to his words. Because when a person is sharing his problem with you, he does not expect any suggestion from you. He just wants you to listen to him carefully. Because when we listen to someone's problem carefully, that person gets a spiritual peace. It seems to him that at least someone has understood his point. On most occasions, when people share their problems with us, they just want to tell us their point of view. He does not want us to start giving him advice, because he already knows all the advices we are going to give him. The best way to console a person in times of trouble is to simply listen carefully to what that person has to say. When we listen to people with full attention without interrupting them and without giving any advice, then a sense of respect and affection arises for us in the eyes of that person, and we seem to be very more serious, sensible, and calm-minded people. So now, whenever someone tells you their problems next time, just listen to them carefully and don't give them any kind of advice until they ask you. Master said, always remember one thing. When you speak less, people are more attracted to you. The disciple nodded in yes. The disciple had now understood that under what circumstances he has to remain calm. He had also learned that by speaking less, the ashram could regain its reputation. He thanked the master and left from there.